Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen may look like a gentle romance on the surface, but it is not so. The story revolves around Elizabeth Bennet, one of the most memorable female characters in English literature. She is intelligent, observant, and independent in her thinking. At a time when women were expected to marry for security rather than love, Elizabeth dares to believe that self respect matters more than social approval. This belief itself is a strong feminist statement for a novel written in the early 19th century. That is, 200 years ago. Elizabeth belongs to a middle class family with limited wealth. Her future, like that of many women of her time, depends heavily on marriage, yet she refuses to treat marriage as a transaction. She wants emotional connection, respect, and equality, things society does not easily offer women. Then enters Mr. Darcy, wealthy, reserved, and seemingly arrogant. His social status places him above Elizabeth in class, and initially he behaves in a way that reinforces this distance. Elizabeth forms a quick judgment about him, just as he judges her family. This is where the novel's central themes, pride and prejudice, begin to take shape. I am Charlotte Jimmy, and this is my channel where I talk about books, stories, and the magic they leave behind. Darcy's pride comes from his social position. Elizabeth's prejudice comes from her first impressions and wounded feelings. Both of them judge each other too quickly. Jane Austen shows us how ego and assumptions can block real understanding. Another important theme in the novel is social class. In this society, people are often valued not for their character but for their wealth and family background. Austen gently criticizes this idea. She shows how class difference create distance, misunderstandings, and emotional pain. The novel also contains strong feminist ideas, even though it was written more than 200 years ago. Elizabeth refuses to behave like a silent, obedient woman. When she receives a marriage proposal that offers comfort but no respect, she refuses it. She chooses dignity over security. This is very important. At a time when women had little freedom, Austen chose a woman who believes she has the right to say no. One of the most powerful moments in the story is when Elizabeth rejects Mr. Darcy's first proposal. Darcy assumes that his wealth makes him a suitable choice, but Elizabeth speaks honestly and tells him why she cannot accept him. She does not flatter him or remain quiet. She defends her self respect. This moment shows that a woman does not have to accept disrespect even from a powerful man. Jane Austen also shows different kinds of women through other characters. Some marry only for safety, some care only about wealth. Austen does not blame them, but she makes it clear that such choices come with some sort of sacrifices, emotional loss, etc. Through Elizabeth, she suggests that women deserve both security and happiness. As the story moves forward, both Elizabeth and Darcy begin to change. Darcy learns to be humble. He realizes that money and class do not make someone better than others. Elizabeth learns that even intelligent people can be wrong in their judgments. Their love grows only after this personal growth. This is important. Elizabeth does not change herself to please Darcy. Instead, Darcy changes to become a better person. Their relationship becomes equal, based on respect rather than power. Another quite feminist element in the novel is the issue of inheritance. The Bennet sisters cannot inherit property simply because they are women. Austen does not openly protest this law, but by showing how it affects their lives, she makes us question how unfair the system is. Even today, pride and prejudice feels relevant. We still judge people based on first impressions. We still allow pride and ego to affect relationships, and women still struggle against expectations placed on them by society. In the end, Pride and Prejudice is not just about romance, it is about learning to see people clearly, letting go of the ego, and allowing women the freedom to choose their own happiness. It is a sharp exploration of human pride, social prejudice, class divisions, and most importantly, the quiet strength of women in a restrictive society. That is why this novel continues to speak to readers even after centuries. So, my dear fellow women, I have some questions to ask. Do you think Elizabeth Bennet was truly ahead of her time? Would you have the courage to say no like Elizabeth did? Have you ever judged someone too quickly like Elizabeth and Darcy? Do first impressions still affect our relationships today? Which matters more in love? Status, money, or respect? Please comment what you have in your mind.